What's going on, everyone? Mace here with a 2v2 cast with me and my partner TikTok. Me and TikTok have recently been placed in the Diamond League and we have played some crazy matches. And this match in particular, I remember afterwards I literally almost passed out about 5 feet away from my computer because it just took so much out of me to play games like this back to back. But luckily, I got over it in about 20 minutes, and we were able to play some more games throughout the day. So we have just been gaming like mad, and I wanted to show you this game because it's pretty short and sweet, but a lot happened. So I'm glad to see that the level of competition in the Diamond bracket is actually consistently really high. In Phase 1 of Beta, Diamond League was filled with subpar players and some players who were really good, but now you actually have to place into the Diamond League. You can't just place right off in placement matches. So if you go 5-0, I believe the highest you can go is Platinum, and then you need to play X amount of games or whatever until the matching system puts you into Diamond. So that's what we've been doing, and I'm very happy for it because we are playing very good games almost every single time. So what me and TikTok usually do, why don't I show you who we're playing first. So we're playing Protoss and a Terran, so it is going to be a mirror match, and TikTok usually goes random, but our general strategy is that we try to do a timed push attack. So I tend to go double gateway. I really like this as opposed to the standard gateway fast core. I think double gateway is a lot more fun because you can just pump out zealots and you actually have a really nice strike force. And between zealot micro, there's actually a lot of strategy involved in it. Since zealots are really slow, you need to kind of split up your forces, and it makes a really nice dynamic play, especially with a partner in 2v2. And TikTok usually goes a Reaper Rush as Terran, because it doesn't really take all that much from your production. He doesn't push for Reapers. He pretty much goes a Marauder build and then just builds a Reaper or two. So that's kind of what he does as Terran. So that's our timed push. This is actually probably one of our fastest attacks that we do. We see here that Gatsu is going double gas, so we're going to probably see some kind of huge tech from him. He's definitely not going Marine Marauder, so there's the factory. So he's definitely going to be going some kind of tech with this factory here. Since he is going double gas, he probably will go for either some kind of mech build or some kind of air build. So there's TikTok's Reaper going across. I don't know if the purple player was able to spot the Reaper, but in any case, TikTok might be in a bit of trouble because there's a Stalker being chrono boosted out, so you may have seen him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, because that Stalker is just being sent into a rally point right now. Here comes the Reaper trying to do some damage. He has not killed, he killed one probe so far. That Stalker is not letting up. So I am moving across the field right now. I usually move out with 5 Zealots, but I chose 3 this time because TikTok did go for the Reaper Rush as our fastest build, as I did mention. What's nice about this is that his Stalker is occupied here, and my Zealots are going and attacking his pylons here. So this guy really has to pick and choose what he wants to save, either his mineral line or his production. So this is kind of why we like to do this timed push attack. It really puts the player in a crunch of where he needs to support his base at. So Gatsu only has a couple of Marines, so right now these gateways are both underpowered. This Stalker is still staying here, so he is committing to defending his line. I'm not going to be able to take all this between a Stalker and a Zealot and 3 Marines. I'm just in tons of trouble here. These Zealots are going to go down, but I do have some more Zealots here to try and still harass this line and take out another pylon or two. So this is what I'm talking about with the Zealot micro. It really calls for some creative style play, because you don't just go in there with a bunch of Zealots. You try to either surround opponents or split up your force a little bit. Sometimes I'll even split my micro up. Like even if I have 4 Zealots, I'll put 1 in 2 and 2 in the other. So yeah, right now we see that one Zealot has just gone down. A Marauder, very low life, but that Marauder might be able to do a lot of help for my Zealots here if he is able to slow down that Stalker. It looks like TikTok might go down with this probe. That Marauder is so close, but no, he just manages to live, and these Zealots are in a lot of trouble right now. 2 Stalkers versus 2 Zealots, not really that great of a competition. That Marauder finally goes down. That pylon is getting really weak, but I don't think we'll be able to get it. 1 Stalker does go down, and these Zealots are super weak right now. Hellions on the field from Gatsu, so now his tech is finally starting to pay off. He has a little bit more than just a handful of Marines, so Delta Mall finally in a position where he is able to secure his base. He has already rebuilt, but he has lost quite a bit of production time, while I have been managing to macro up a little bit and start going a 4-gate, chrono boosting out my cybernetics core. And here, Banshees, this is what Gatsu has been going. He has 2 starports right now. Banshees flying across the map. We have pretty much absolutely nothing to deal with this right now. We have 4 Marines. I don't even have any stalkers out on the field. I'm just making stalkers right now. So TikTok is definitely going to be in a lot of trouble. These Banshees are going to lay waste, going straight for the mule, taking down another SCV, 2 SCVs, 3 SCVs down, and a 4th. TikTok only has a couple of Marines to deal with these guys. He's just losing so much mining time right now. This is unbelievable. These Banshees are just being beasts right now. This Banshee at just over half health. There really isn't too much that he can do. I am sending in some stalkers right now to support. Let's see if that's enough to back him away. Yeah, he is starting to run away a little bit. Those Banshee pilots are getting a little bit intimidated from those stalkers. So right now we are in a little bit better of a position, but what I am worried about at this point in the game is that those Banshees are going to get cloak. So I am starting to get a robotics facility to get an observer just in case those Banshees do get cloak. Well, we see that right now Banshees are going across the field. I don't know if this is exactly where I started, but this should be pretty close. So the Banshees are going across the field right now, and my stalkers are in place, but I don't really have that many stalkers to deal with these Banshees. One really weak Banshee, not even able to snipe him out because he just went cloak right before I was able to. And I think I'm starting to move my units across the map. I have an observer on the field, I believe. No, I don't yet. I don't see any observers. So right now we are in big trouble right here. We are able to get 1 Banshee down with the combined fire of the Marines and the Stalkers, but we only have 1 scan, unfortunately. And in the meantime, the Protest player is attacking my base, so putting great pressure on me right now. As we are dealing with these cloaked Banshees, we really have nothing to deal with that right now. Observer finally just finished moving out across. I'm morphing in Zealots right now to try to fend off this attack as much as I can. I don't have legs, so Delta Maul decides to back off right now because he is fearing that I might be able to warp in some more units soon to defend that. Observer coming in, but those Banshees were able to make it out of there alive. TikTok reduced to a mere 4 SCV, so these guys are really way ahead of us right now. I've been able to macro up decently, but TikTok has just taken such a beating. So right now, at this point, we figure we need to move ahead. I saw that the Protoss player was there, so I tried to collapse on him, but he did move before I was able to do a lot of damage to him. I am going to be able to snipe out a Zealot here. They are getting in position. These Banshees are retreating away. The reason that I decided to attack right now was because I didn't want to get constantly harassed by these Banshees. I wanted to try to force them back to their base, so that's exactly what's happening right now. So I decide to try to go for the Terran army, and we do catch these Banshees while they're reinforcing this position. I do have my observer there, so 4 Banshees going down. I have way more Stalkers than he does, and a couple of Zealots, and my observer is setting on fire on these Stalkers in case some more Banshees decide to come in. Only a couple of Hellions and Marines on this Terran player. I realize that right now he probably doesn't have a lot on his choke, so he's definitely the best person to fight. Instead of this Protoss player who's going to be able to post up on in the middle of his ramp right here. So I'm moving in right now, scan going down on that Banshee, a couple of Stalkers attacking the rest of Gatsu's units, and now we are deciding to move one against them and go on this ramp, use their own defenses against them, and take down the rest of this force. And these guys are finished. They are not able to take care of the amount of units that I was able to push out. I think we really pushed out at the right time against these guys, but they did just a fantastic job harassing TikTok's base. Despite the fact that we had a pretty good harassing them early on, he was able to recover and recoup from that. The Banshees really just threw us off guard. I really was not expecting that. Sometimes that happens in games. I think maybe I probably should have anticipated a little bit more of a tech, but yeah, he really did a great job there with the Banshees and getting that cloak off soon. He was able to get 2 starports. Massless Banshee's out, no problem. But, yeah, just such an intense game. I can remember afterwards, I was just so fatigued by this. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. I'm going to be posting up some more 2v2s because some of the games I've been playing have just been incredible and lots of fun. So, thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned for the next video from Maze Esports.